You were never created to live in lack. The belief that you were is not of God. God is not poor. God does not withhold. God does not bargain or test you with scarcity. Scarcity is a human illusion. A distortion that crept in when we forgot who the source really is. You've been praying for a breakthrough. You've been calling abundance into your life. But deep down, there's a part of you that still believes you have to earn it, prove it, deserve it, struggle for it. And that's the lie. The truth is simple. You were born worthy. Not because of your actions, but because of your essence. Because you carry God's breath within you. God didn't send you here to suffer. God sent you here to overflow. To reflect divine abundance in every cell. Every breath. Every step you take. Today, the floodgates begin to open. Not because God finally said, yes. But because you finally stopped saying, no. You've asked for abundance. But have you truly made space for it? You say you're ready. But inside you carry resentment, guilt, unworthiness, comparison. You envy those who have. But secretly believe you shouldn't. You want wealth. But judge it as greedy, dirty, or dangerous. You desire success. But still cling to an old identity. The one who always struggles. You pray to receive. But speak as if you're abandoned. You declare, I'm broke. It's hard. Nothing ever works for me. And the universe listens. Because your words are not just thoughts. They're commands, spells, blueprints for creation. Every time you say, I can't afford it. I'll never get there. This is just my karma. You reinforce the dam. Not the one outside of you. The one within. Who told you that money was evil? Who taught you that to be spiritual, you must be poor? That holiness means sacrifice. And that lack is noble. Because those voices were never speaking for God. God is not poor. God does not hoard, limit, or shame abundance. Creation itself is extravagant. From the endless stars to the overflowing oceans. Scarcity is not sacred. It is a distortion. Born of fear, trauma, and generational vows. Wealth is not the enemy. Money is not the problem. It is only a mirror, amplifying the energy of the one who holds it. When the heart is rooted in truth, money becomes an instrument of peace, a tool for beauty, a vessel for healing. God does not ask his children to dim their light, to silence their gifts, to live small in the name of humility. The truth is, abundance is a birthright, not because one works hard for it, but because one walks in alignment with divine source. And when the soul is ready, provision flows like rivers returning home. Not everything you want was meant to be yours, and not every desire was born of your soul. The world has sold a false gospel. If you think it, feel it, and want it badly enough, it will be yours. But spiritual law runs deeper than emotional craving. There is a blueprint, a divine pattern, a timing written into the bones of your being. You cannot manifest someone else's path. You cannot bend another soul's will to match your longing. That would violate the very law that keeps love sacred and creation free. True manifesting is not forcing. It is aligning. It is listening to what your soul is here to build, to bless, to become. Ask not, how do I get what I want? But rather, what do I truly want, once all illusions are stripped away? Discernment is knowing when a desire is yours, and when it's a projection, a compensation, a wound dressed as ambition. God does not answer every request, because not every request was born in truth. But when the soul is clear, when desire and destiny converge, the gates do not open slowly, they burst. There are things the soul is ready for, that the timeline is not. And that's not punishment. It's protection. The womb does not rush the seed. The soil does not apologize for taking its time. And God has never once been late. You've cried. You promised abundance. So where is it? But the real question is, where am I in relation to the promise? Sometimes the delay is the preparation, the becoming, the sacred rewiring of who you are, so you can hold what you asked for without collapsing under it. God does not withhold. God preserves. God aligns. No parent hands fire to a child who has not yet learned to hold it with reverence. And abundance, true abundance, is a flame. It can warm, heal, illuminate, or consume. Trust the sequence, the unfolding, the holy pacing of your soul's journey. Because when it is time, what belongs to you will not be able to miss you, not even by a second. Let every dam within be dissolved. Let every wall of fear, guilt, or striving collapse in your mercy. Where old vows of poverty still echo, silence them with truth. Where the soul has been taught to shrink, suppress, or prove its worth, unlearn those patterns now. In your light, let the body remember how it feels to receive without grasping, to open without fear, to expand without shame. Let abundance no longer be chased. Let it be welcomed, as sunlight is welcomed through open windows. Flow, divine source. Flow through the mind with clarity. Flow through the heart with trust. Flow through the hands with purpose. Let provision arrive, not as reward, but as resonance. Not as validation, but as alignment. Not for possession, but for blessing. Not to hoard, but to circulate. Let this life become a current, a river of holy generosity. Let it move with you, and never against. This prayer is sealed, not in asking, but in allowing. And so it is. You were never meant to chase. You were meant to carry. Abundance was not something to earn. It was always part of your blueprint. You just forgot. Not because you failed, but because the world was loud, and the lies were ancient. But now, can you feel it? Something soft and steady, rising beneath the surface. The gates are not locked. They were only waiting for you to stop fighting your own worth. You don't need to reach harder. You only need to receive deeper. Breathe. This is the sound of alignment. This is how remembrance feels. Let it in. Let it be easy. Let it be God. The gates are open. Let the remembrance settle. Let the receiving begin. Let the life ahead Be shaped not by fear, but by alignment. No more waiting. No more proving. Only walking. With God. With truth. With trust. This message has been sealed. In truth. In love. And in divine abundance. And so it is. And so it shall be.